what happened in the case of Mumbai thing was that it was like 9/11. It was a failure of imagination.
Yes.
There was nobody sitting in Delhi. There was intel that was pouring in, right? Exactly like these sheets of paper that you have in front of you. Individually, they wouldn't make a lot of sense. They would be alert, alert, alert. But if you put all these alerts together, then you would recognize a pattern that there seems to be something at work here where South Mumbai is the target. Hotels are being targeted. Terrorists are being given special forces training
In a dam.
in a dam in Mangla, which means, what does it mean?
Water.
That they're obviously going to infiltrate through the water. Special forces training would mean that they would be highly skilled. They would move, do that, take positions, cover, do that, which means that I would need to have a special unit in place already there, quick reaction teams that can go and neutralize them. So that kind of appreciation was never done in Delhi. It was just, so I'll tell you what happened. Between 2006 and 2008, when the entire planning for 26/11 was going on in Pakistan, David Headley was already there in the LET. Headley was a US double agent. He was actually working for the DEA and probably the CIA. And he was infiltrated because the US wanted to know where Osama bin Laden was. And they believed the LET, if we penetrated the LET, we could get access to OBL and Al-Qaeda. Now, Headley dutifully started giving his handlers intel things, saying, today I have done this, I took part in this meeting where we were discussing attack on a Mumbai hotel, South Mumbai hotel. That goes to the CIA. Now the CIA gets that rating. He says, look, I can't tell the Indians everything because that'll blow my...
Kahan se aaya, we can't.
Yes. So, but we will, because we are partners, we have to tell them, look, there is a possibility that your hotels could be attacked. And now this continues as Headley is merrily reporting to his handlers in the US. By 2008, you have 26 alerts that have already piled up. And the then NSA, MK Narayan, I interviewed him once and he said, look, the US never told us that there was something like that. But I said, sir, you just had to study all the alerts. You would have been able to... He says the US did withhold something. I mean, that was what his grouse was. They didn't give us the full picture of what they knew because they didn't want to betray their source. They didn't want to blow David Headley's cover because he was there. Headley was arrested only when he tried to attack a European target, which is the Danish terror plot where they plan to attack the Jyllands Posten newspaper office. They inflict unspeakable barbarity on the staffers who done that cartoon of the prophet.
Yes.
So that is when he was picked up. Until then, Headley was free to run and cause chaos. So this created a lot of bad blood between the Indian intelligence community and the Americans. I mean, we didn't trust them as much. So, which is why you see the Americans kind of being very forthcoming with access to David Headley after that and, stuff like that. But the damage had already been done.
Yeah.
So it was actually, the Americans didn't tell us enough, as our NSA said. And B, it was our failure not to build up that picture, that attack picture of an attack that was, imminent. There seemed to be, Mumbai hotels seemed to be on the radar. And it is not something for Kolaba police station or DCP Zone 1 to figure out that, he needs to do something. An attack on Mumbai is actually an attack on the country, and it has to be responded militarily or by the powers that be in Delhi.